Hi guys, long time no see. Obviously, I haven't been doing the Browns videos like I used to, but I had a few people ask me to talk about them since they're off to a good start finally. So let's. I'm going to give you my analysis. A couple of the reasons that I stopped was basically my web camera broke down. Then I got a new computer, didn't have a web camera on it. I had to wait to get one. I've started doing some animations, nothing great, just for fun. Um, Along with some landscape talking about landscaping. I have a number of ponds I built in my backyard, and then public domain. I'm getting a lot of interest in public domain information, so I kind of swung over to all that rather, and not to mention that there are a lot of people out there putting some good videos out about the Browns and analyzing them. So I just kind of got away from it. So I've gotten a number of requests. So I think I'm going to do is break it down into quarters. Right now we've got 4 games in. In fact, today's the Indianapolis game, so a lot could change in the next 4 weeks. But I'm going to give you my analysis so far. Okay, I'm going to admit that I was one of the ones that thought Freddie Kitchens should get the job. But I remember the first press conference, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I was wrong. Compared to now to Kevin Stefanski's first press conference, the difference of night and day. I got this guy. I lost some respect right there on John Dorsey for that because he's interviewed. We're fans. He interviewed Kitchens and he interviewed Stefanski. How do you pick Kitchens over Stefanski? Just listening to them talk and so on. I mean, it's a difference of night and day. Hate to see Nick Chubb go down. I know we have a decent running attack, even with Hunt in there now. Johnson looked pretty good last week against Dallas. We're going to find out a lot more when we're running against Indianapolis today. But yeah, I hate to see Chubb go down. He's a great runner. I think he's the best runner in football right now, and it reminds me of going back to the Jim Brown days. And he's just seems like a stand-up guy. Nobody has anything bad to say him. He's just quiet and all. I really like the guy, so I hate to see him move down. So hopefully he'll be back this year and help us push forward. Now, offensively, what are you going to say? I'm not 100% certain right now. I don't have that confidence in Baker. He's looked pretty good and all. I don't know that if he is asked to win the ball game, that he's going to be able to do it. So I'm a little leery in that area. But he's starting to pick up a little bit along the way. Time will tell. Running back wise, well, we just talked about Nick Chubb. You've got Hunt and you've got Johnson and Hilliard's back there. Wow, what a running attack we have. I mean, seriously, we need to continue that the rest of the year. We had that last year, and for some reason, Freddie Kitchens didn't think about using it more. Kevin Stefanski seems like that's going to be where he leans on. Wide receiver wise, it looks like maybe they're starting to bring Odell into the picture without force feeding him. Uh, worried in the first game. I think when they went to him continually a few times. So it looks like maybe we can bring him into the game, get him going, without force feeding him. And Jarvis Landry's not being hit as much right now as Baker looks for his tight ends, plus with the running attack going. But Jarvis is the good guy to have in there. He's made some big catches this year. So wide receiver wise, tight end wise, I like this new kid they have, and we look good in the tight end area and blocking wise. And what are you going to say? We're running good, and also I'm going to assume that the tight ends are doing their job blocking, which brings us to the offensive line. Our weakness last year is becoming one of our strengths this year. Wilkes looks really good at left tackle, and Wyatt coming in at right guard and all. We were worried and all. This is a good looking team right now. Offensive line. I'm pretty impressed with them and all. So let's see if that continues to go that way. Defensively. Oh man. Okay, defensive line looks pretty good. Miles Garrett, Ogunjobi is out this week, but he's looking awfully good. And I think we're filling in good on the line. A lot of people running in and out. So the defensive line looks good. I'm pretty happy with them. Linebackers, I don't know. Do we have linebackers? We're seeing some flashes occasionally of somebody, but the linebacker seems like a very weak spot. Now, keep in mind that Andrew Berry can't make a complete change in 1 year. He went about getting our offensive line taken care of, and that was necessary. So next year, the way we are right now, I would expect him to start looking defensively, try to shore that up. But the linebackers are pretty disappointing so far. But we'll see what happens as it goes along. Our corners, Greedy Williams, I don't know. He never seems to be able to play. So Ward is looking good, and Mitchell's filling in good in his spot. Safeties, oh, man, I don't know. Carl Joseph looked pretty good that one game, but last week whenever Dallas was making their comeback, we had guys all around their receivers when they caught the ball, and we weren't tackling them. So they would, instead of making them work their way down the field on that first drive, big chunks were being given up, and it's scary. That's scary. I'm not going to predict the Browns for a playoff this year because of their defense. I don't think their defense is there. I don't see them shoring it up that much, even as some people start to come back. Hopefully, I'm wrong. I don't know that we can get into shootouts with too many teams. But again, because I'm still not 100% sold on Baker this year. But if Baker comes around, starts throwing better, starts getting more comfortable with this offense and all that, maybe we win a number of shootouts. And maybe, we have a shot at the playoffs right now, obviously. We're up there with everybody. We're 3-1. So we'll see. I think this Indianapolis game in Pittsburgh next week is going to be two big games for us. So let's see what happens with the Browns during that period of time right there. Overall, man, happy, how can you not be happy right now? We're 3-1. When's the last time that happened? We're scoring points in buckets fulls, outstanding right there. So I like our offense. I don't care for our defense. I like our coaches. Callahan on the offensive line coach, wow. Really. He's made some changes in these guys. And Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, I think we're set right there. I really do. I think if Haslam just stays out of the way, no matter what happens the rest of the year, and lets these guys move on, and just looks at them as a long-term solution right now, I think we're going to be good. We're going to be pretty happy here as Browns fans. So again, I'm not going to do as many videos as I did before. If you like some of the changes that I made in what I'm working on right now, the animations and so forth, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. If you like this video, put a like. If I see enough likes, I'll continue to, like I say, do maybe a quarterly on the Browns and a wrap up at the end of the year. But could use more subscribers, to be honest with you. I'd like to see it piled up a little bit more so and everything, which would give me a chance to realize that I'm going in the right direction. It's just kind of fun doing it the way I'm doing it right now with some of the different changes and all. I spend a lot of time with my grandson and his girlfriend, so that keeps me pretty busy, keeps me hopping. And I do these videos. I do the channel in between time and everything. So let me know if you like it. Let me know if you like the new format. What's going on right now. Subscribe if you would. And anyway, looking good for the Browns so far. So go Browns.